today at the Oval, final game of the season. Just get your thoughts on it.
I thought the first half performance was not great. I think it looked slow, but it's what sort of happens sometimes when you play against a team that, you know, it was basically their reserve team, if we're being honest, and sometimes players find it hard to lift themselves for games like that. But second half, talked to them at half time and told them what we needed to get done. Thought the second half application was much better, so much more play in their half of the pitch. We got around them, behind them, through them a few times. Scored a really good goal, Ben, a really good goal, and then we got the second one. So I thought the second half performance was satisfying.
And some lads got a chance today who maybe haven't got a lot of game time this season. Ben gets his first goal and Aaron Whiteman gets his first appearance for Glentoran as well.
Yeah, but look, Ben and Aaron have been training with the first team for a long time. Probably they would have been out on loan this season if we were in a normal season with championship teams operating, but nowhere for them to go. So they've been training with us, biding their time, hard, because hard to get them into these high pressure games. When you think our last 11 games have been against the top 5, you know, Coleraine 2 or 3 times, Linfield a couple of times, so that's our last 11 games. It was hard to throw them in the deep end, but today was an opportunity to give multiple players not only rest from the senior team or the starting 11 who's been consistent, but to give other people, be fair to them. They've put in a lot of training days and weeks and months. Mal Smith, as an example, Mal Smith has been biding his time. I thought he was superb today. I thought he was the best player in the park. Ben Cushion, the electric, when he gets the ball, it's what you need from a player up front, you know. Pass, and then create something out of nothing with a turn of pace. Aaron Whiteman's similar, you know, but I think we're going to see a lot more of Aaron. He's powerful, he's over 10-15 yards, real explosive. I think you saw that once when he went down the right and jinked into the box. So happy they got in, happy that we got other players some minutes, and happy that we got to let the other boys take a load off, because they've been going hard for 11 months now. It's a long season, 11 months. We only have 2 weeks off now. The players will get until June 14th off, and we'll start back because we play July 8th. So, been a long 11 months. The boys deserve a couple of weeks break. I wish I could give them more, but we can't.
And the full-time whistle goes, as you say, it's been a long season. What's the emotions that you're feeling right now after the end of the season it's been?
Look, it's been a tiring season. But every football season for us coaches is tiring, because you've so many things to work with. You know, you've a squad of 22, 23, 24 players, with the issues that brings. When you're a full-time team, you know, we still have 5 or 6 part-time players, but we're training most days, and you know, you've got to prepare the training, you've got to motivate players, you've got to keep them ready. So it's a full-time job, 7 days a week, doesn't end, and we enjoy it. That's why we do it. I couldn't pick another job that I would rather be in. So, but tiring at the end of the season. I mean, last match at Larne, you know, once we qualified for Europe, it's relief. So we're in Europe. That was our main target, which was sort of the minimum. Let's get into Europe, and that's every year from last year, and be up now working into the future. And no trophies this year, but yeah, disappointed with that. But I would say, considering where we came from, and people need to remember this, and I'll say it again, you know, I don't want to talk about a project or talk about a long-term plan. We started this on the 5th of July 2019 with 5 contracted players, and from the 5th of July 2019 we finished with 7 games to go. The league title was awarded, we won the Irish Cup, rebuilt the squad for year 2. We now pushed really to the wire of a couple of results. I mean, if you think about it, you can think of moments, you know, moments that stand out in your head, you know, 0-0 against team in first tier, penalty in the 80th minute, then conceding in the next game in the 91st minute to Coleraine to draw. You know, you look at moments like that everybody can remember, and you know, we could have been right there, you know, 1 point behind, but can't dwell on those. You just have to learn from them. As I said before, in football, you either win or you learn, and we learned a lot this year. But we've got a settled squad, we've got a good squad, minimal needed, but there will be probably some in and out, but very minimal, and we're looking forward to Europe primarily, not only to get in, you want to win in Europe, and we showed we could do that last year. The other teams showed they could do it last year, so the league has shown we're capable of getting through a round or 2 or 3. So that's the target now every year, and the financial reward that comes with that. it's not only the financial rewards, it's the prestige of your club, the recruitment ability of your club. Players want to come. It's funny that once you qualify for Europe, the next day your phone starts ringing from agents because they want their players to be at a club that's in Europe. It showcases their players. Also, our players want to stay and play in Europe, and the financial rewards are important, but also those other aspects are important. It's modern football. Money is necessary to sustain and maintain success. It's not a coincidence, I've said this before, previous interviews, that you look at the top 4 or 5 in England, it's the clubs with money. You look at the top 4 or 5 in Spain, it's the clubs with money. And it's no different in our league. I mean, you look at the team that's done the double, £1 million plus wage bill. I mean, that's in their accounts. That's not me making that up. So £1 million wage bill as a part-time club. Coleraine, credit to them, what they did was amazing this year with a smaller squad, really a part-time club. But they've had substantial monies. I believe last year was in the range of £750,000. They were in Europe before that as well. With our investment in qualifying for Europe last year, with Lauren's investment, so it doesn't matter where the money comes from. It just proves the point that you need substantial funds to try and maintain and sustain success. And our league's no different. Now, I think there's more parity in the league since investment has come in, since European monies have come in, as opposed to for 25 years there was maybe 1 or 2 and the rest were fighting for the scraps. Doesn't mean they always win it. Look at Leicester. Leicester, surprise, won the Premier League. But generally the teams with the financial clout will win. And you've seen it across our league for 25 years. The teams that had the financial clout, whether it was Linfield, Portadown, in recent years Crusaders from multiple trips into Europe. And you look at Linfield with their success of getting into Europe, with their financial resources, a part-time club with £1 million wage bill, also receiving funding from the IFA. So it doesn't matter where your money comes from. Our startup monies came from investment. Lauren's startup monies came from investment. And now we need to start to push on to maintain and sustain success. And finances are necessary. Finances are necessary, and we're no different in the Irish League. The league's in a brilliant place. Credit to every player this year. I thought they were outstanding. The resilience, the determination, the durability from team 1 to team 12 to do what they did. Carrick, Saturday, Tuesday for months. Portadown, us, we also had a tight schedule. But everyone did. Coleraine with the smaller squad to keep going. Glenavon. So credit to every single player. But now that they've shown their resilience and durability, don't concede to go back to what it was before. I'm just going to train Tuesday and Thursday night and go back to part-time. Here, demand more. Let's kick the league on. Facilities are getting upgraded. Cliftonville's putting a new pitch in. Coleraine putting a new pitch in. The league's in a good place. Now we need to demand more, push more. And I'll give you the example. We played Tórshavn here last year, and we spoke to their general manager. Are you full-time or part-time? Oh, we're mostly part-time. How many days a week do you train? 6. We train 3 mornings at 6:30 in the morning, and we train 3 afternoons. Now, is that a reality here? Unlikely. But it just shows you what other countries are doing, even as part-time. I remember speaking to a manager in the League of Ireland. They were full-time. They had the appearance of full, but they still had taxi drivers and bricklayers. They trained 4 afternoons. But the players' thinking was, I'm a full-time footballer who's also a taxi driver or a bricklayer. Our players need to rethink, I'm not an accountant or a taxi driver. I'm a footballer who also does that. So you can still be a part-time reality, but work towards a full-time mentality. And I think the league has proven that this year, that our players, with the resilience, quality, durability they showed, they should be looking at themselves here. I'm a footballer here. I'm not a school teacher who plays football. I'm a footballer who also teaches school. And if we do that, the league will move forward. The league's in a great place. I think Glentoran is in a great place. Brilliant to have fans back. And the days when we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 here, I can't wait, because that gets you 5, 6 more results in a year. So we're in a good place. Happy to be here. Delighted to be here at the minute. Said to the players there after the game, we're proud of every single one of them. What the volunteers have done this year, what the players have done this year, what my staff has done this year. Credit to every single one. I'd like to say thank you to all of them. What's really amazing today was the first day of season tickets on sale, and we've broken all previous records for the first day on sale. So we're in COVID, we're in lockdown, and today Ruth in the club shop has sold more season tickets today than any other first day release. That shows you where the club is. That shows you what our fans are like, and they deserve credit too. So thanks to everybody. It's been a great year. but there's many more great years to come.